everyone, today we're going to be learning about long division. Long division is a strategy for division with larger numbers. So, for example, if we have the number, let's say 3,227, okay? Divided by 7. At the end of this, we'll figure that number out. No, we don't want you to solve for us. We're smart enough, right? Anyway, so how we set this up is that we make an open box with 2 lines. So here's the first line. Here is the second line. Okay, put 3,227 in there.
Mama says
and we put 7 outside the box. And now what we do is we set this up. We don't have to. We can memorize this. But when we're learning, we're going to do it. So, I'm going to do D for does, M for McDonald's, and then S for sell, and then C for cheese, and then B for burgers. So we have all these. Now what does the M mean and the D? So the D means division. The M means multiplication. The S means subtraction. The C means check. The B means bring down. Now, you might be thinking, what is all this for? Well, let's do the first step. Division. Now, we forget about the 227. And we only focus about 3,000. We can even think of we have to think of it as 3 though. Okay? But can 7 go into 3? Well, that cannot happen. So we put 0 because 0 times. So then we do multiplication. We multiply 0 and 7 to get 0. Then we do subtraction. We subtract all that. No, we don't want you to solve. We're too smart for you. And then we subtract. We get 3. Then we check. Is 7 greater than 3? If 7 is greater than 3, then we get to bring down the next step. We have 32. Now, to make this a lot easier for us, we'll make a grid of the 7s. 7, 14, 21, 28, and then 35. Okay? So 35 is bigger than 32, so we can't do that. We have to do 28. And that is 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 7 times 4 is 28. So we put a 4 here. Multiplication. We multiply 4 times 7, which is 28. And then we subtract. So when we subtract, we get 4. Then we bring down the other 2 to get 42. That means that our grid is gonna have to be bigger. Okay? So, we're gonna have to go to 42. Oh, that's good. Because 7 times 6 is 42. So I put 6 there. 6 times 7 is 42. So I put 42 there. Then we subtract. And you know that 7 is greater than 4. We don't need to do that step because we already think of it. We're too smart. Anyway, so then we get 0. 7 is bigger than 0. But we have to bring down the 7. Now, we know that 7 times 1 is 7. So we put 1 right here. And then 7 times 1 is 7. Then we subtract. We get 0. There's nothing to bring down. So the final answer is 461. Now, if you think I'm wrong, you can multiply your answer times 7 to get 3,227. So let's do this. So 7 times 1 is 7. 7 times 6 is 42. 7 times 4 is 28. Plus 4 is 32. And we get 3,227. Now let's just say that magically we had an 8 here instead of a 7. So if we were doing this problem and we got, now we have to still do 1. I'll have to put an 8 there. Anyway, so we still have to get 1, and then 1 times 7 is 7. We subtract, we get 1, but there's nothing to bring down. Now, here's the part where we have a remainder. So, you could just say 461 and a remainder of 1, or you could keep going to a more advanced spot where you could make this remainder 1 into a decimal. So how this is going to happen, we are just going to put a period right here, or a decimal point, and then we do it in the answer too, and we do 0. We put a 0 in there. And now we have something to bring down. So put the 0 right here. And we still have to do 1, so 1, 7 minus. We're going to get 3. And now, adding another 0 also won't do anything. So if we bring that 0 down all the way, we got 30. Alright? Now, 4 is the best we can get. So 28. Then we have 2. Getting close. So that 2, we're going to add another 0. Bring that 0 all the way down. All the way down. And the farthest one we're going to go is 2 times, which is 14. Then minus, we get 6. Now we have to add another 0. Okay, hang on. Hang on. So we have 60. Now if we look up our chart, we don't have enough for 60. So then we keep going. 49. Then we have 56. And then we have 63, which is going to be 9. So 56, which is 8, is going to be our closest one. We got 4. Well, I shouldn't say closest one. It's the it's the one. Well, we can't get exactly 60. So, we cannot get the one more than it. We have to get the one that's less, at least. So then we have 4. We bring down another 0. We get it to this point. We don't even have to add any more zeros or arrows. So we have 40. And that will be 5. And then over here, you get that 5. And then you get 35 minus 5. And here is what we call an irrational number. Irrational number is a number with a decimal that the decimals repeat, and it never repeats forever. So it has infinite digits, but never repeats. Okay, remember that. So if you were to write this, it would go 3,228 divided by 7, and then we do this about sign. 461. Now, if you want, you can check it with a calculator. It will be something like this answer. So there you go. Long division for beginners. See you next time. Bye.